Why does Burnerator have rage?
I don't know, Burnerator.
Somebody was saying that I'm mad, so okay.
Wow, Burnerator, so angry. At
Right?
the world.
Hey, remember when you melted that guy's face off? Hey, Squee, what's up?
Hi. So I forgot my mic was muted that whole time that I was telling you guys that the stream went down.
We were wondering.
Yeah.
What's going on?
So I had this genius plan of, well, I'm still eating, so guys, I'll just mute the mic when I'm eating and then unmute it when I'm talking. I missed a step there somewhere. The stream stopped. Now, what you said was recorded. All of it was recorded up until we got out of character. But the stream didn't hear a part of it. And I will apologize to streamers right now. I don't know why for the past few days I think it might be Open Broadcast or whatnot, just decides all of a sudden to just lose connection. I don't know why. Sometimes it works fine. I just did 3.5 hours of Naruto League without a single hiccup. And then, of course, we did 30 seconds of this and boom.
And boom.
So, bear with me. If it dies, I will get it back up as soon as possible. And if it dies and you don't hear me say anything, it's probably because I forgot to unmute my microphone.
Okay.
Yeah, there's that.
So, are we good to continue?
Yes, we are good to continue.
So.
Wonderful. So, do you guys do anything special, or are you pretty much headed straight to the final destination, so to speak, on your little treasure map?
Final destination.
We should probably come up with a plan.
Oh, wait. I have a question.
Good idea. Sure, lay it on me.
Just out of curiosity, these fire elementals, do they have, say, the ability to work with maybe my helmet to... I don't know, this is such a weird question, but perhaps they know how to heat it and reshape it and make it better than it is now because it's done well, but maybe they can do better. I don't know if that's something they can do, but I might as well ask.
Vul kind of just gives a disappointed shake of his head. I'm afraid, although they're able to conduct the heat, they know very little about our technology, and they care even less. So I'm afraid they might have the ability, but not the skill, or
I understand.
in order to do what you ask. I'm sorry.
No. That's
You'll have to
perfectly
wait
all right.
for an actual engineer, I'm afraid.
Then I think we're good to go. I'm good to go, at least.
Yeah, I'm good.
Okay. All right. So, obviously, while you travel, it's only going to be about a day. You're leaving in the morning. You'll probably arrive there late morning or so. You can break camp halfway, to the location. Vul was able to give a brief description of it. The demon, he made it quite clear you'll see markers knowing that you're going to get close. And the demon itself resides within a very large cave that is delved right into the side of a cliff face. So, obviously, either while you travel, or probably more likely while you break camp, you do have some time to try to come up with a plan. So feel free to do so.
All right. So, being in a cave, I think we might actually have an upper hand, of course, because of how enclosed it might be, depending on how deep the caverns might go. If it is a shallow one, we can easily pretty much put its back to the wall. If it is a large winding with multiple areas, it might be a bit harder to trap it, basically. So without knowing particularly how it's done, we can't lay any sort of traps or ambush.
I have a question, Piff. I'm sorry, Patrick. How strong is this thing? Is this thing supernaturally strong?
Oh, yeah, the general supernatural strength, probably some around the thing that we just fought a bit ago. Maybe not with giant arms, but...
Oh, joy.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think
Fantastic.
if there's a way that we can set up some sort of ambush for it, if it is in a cave, and you said it's incredibly territorial, if we can sneak up to the cave without alerting it, which I don't know if possible, but if it is possible, set up some sort of ambush and then make a lot of noise to draw it out, because if it's territorial, it will want to come find out who's in its territory, and then when it comes out of the cave, somehow hit it hard and hit it fast. I think that's our best chance for victory.
Yes, I agree. As I recall from writing, it is also, let's just say there's a bit of like hot button words for them, like dragon. They don't seem to like dragons very much.
Well,
So we could try to use that to our advantage.
here's one idea, and it will depend on the shape of the cave. Well, I don't know if I should even bring it up before I know what the shape of the cave is, so let me hold off on that. But I think that our best course of action would be to quietly as possible approach the cave, see what the surrounding is like, and then determine a plan of action from there.
I like that.
So, on your approach, just so I have this in my mind's eye, when will you disembark from your vehicles and go on foot? Rough distance. 500 feet, half a mile.
I would say a good half a mile to maybe a quarter of a mile.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, I'd agree. I'd agree with that.
I don't think our vehicles are going to have anything that we need. In other words, anything we think we might need in the fight, we should just take with us.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Anything else you folks want to go over, or shall we continue?
Mila,
Yeah.
it's very important.
Yeah.
Remember those eggs I gave you?
Yeah.
Remember the one that I was telling you that smoke's come out of it?
Yeah.
Yeah, that one. The one that kind of looks more like a pipe than an egg. Make sure when we meet the nice gentleman, you just kind of you throw it at him.
Just throw it at him.
Yeah,
Pull
make sure you
that pin.
pull that.
There
not
we
now,
go.
though. Not now, though.
Wait,
pull.
what gentleman are we meeting? The dragon?
No, the demon.
Now the demon!
Apparently, the dragon sadly has left, but he's going to have somebody else greet us, which is a nice demon gentleman who has like 3 heads, and he just give him that gift, but make sure you keep the pin for yourself, because that's the good part.
Mila just kind of gives a blank stare at Patrick, then goes, "Okay."
Inferno, I have a question.
Mm-hmm.
Just out of curiosity, so I know all of my options and all that. These explodey things that I have, I forget what they're called because I wrote down medium
Fusion
explodey,
blocks.
big explodey.
Just write down
Yeah.
fusion blocks.
But I
Oh,
like
that-
big explodey. Okay, I have a question for these.
That-
I know that they have to run on a timer, so you have to set an amount of time. Is there a minimum amount of time?
Yes, the minimum is 30 seconds.
Minimum is 30 seconds.
So people don't accidentally blow themselves
Got it.
up.
Another
Yes.
question. Is it possible to set it up, like say for example, I set it up for whatever, how long, 45 seconds, 30 seconds, or whatever, and then set it up to where all that needs to be done to activate is press a button. So for example, I could set it up and then say give it to Burn, so all he has to do is press the button at the right time. Is it
Alas, no. There
Okay.
are explosives that work on a detonator,
Mhm.
but these fusion blocks that were sold at Parents Post that you purchased are simply timed
No.
explosives.
What I meant was
it counts down to 0 and then it explodes. There's
Right.
no depressor.
But what I meant was, is there a button or something to start the countdown?
He's
Oh,
trying
you
to-
mean
he's
just
trying
push
to-
push the enter button?
Basically,
and
what
then
I'm
just
saying
throw
is,
it.
what I'm saying is,
Oh, you
obviously,
worry about programming it and have someone just push the button and throw
Exactly.
it. Like, set it and forget it.
Exactly.
Yes. And
Okay.
you can take the time, and in case Tom is confused whatsoever, you can spend the time camping to just go over the basics with it.
Okay.
With him. Yes.
Because one thought of mine, and this is, I'm just going to throw this guys out there, and we'll see when we get there, but one thought would be someone up above the cave entrance and when he comes out, you kind of just drop him behind him. I don't know with a 30-second
could
timer.
work.
I don't know with a 30-second timer how well that would work, though. That's the problem.
There is something that I'm going to want to get from you.
Mm-hmm.
I can't remember exactly how many we got, but I remember we got plasma grenades.
Yes, we do. I have 5 of them.
Yeah.
I had a clever idea. What if
Which
said
was?
explosive was, say, in a backpack? So to said monster, all he thinks is that we dropped our backpack behind him or something. Or, even better, what if... I'm sorry, I'm just throwing out ideas here. What if, Patrick, does this guy seem like he would talk at all if he's territorial? If we called him out, if we started trying to talk to him and offered him tribute, do you think this is something that he might entertain?
Tribute, maybe.
And say, throw him a backpack of tribute full of explodies?
He might be that sort of,
Give me monster lore, Piff. Give me a monster lore check. Did you succeed?
I am checking now. Let's see. Yes.
You did by 2%. You feel you can confirm that, yes. These thornheads are not known as great converters, like conversers, but if one thing they will talk about is tribute or offering slavery or some sort of supplication to them. They are kind of egotistical in that way.
Do they know much about our world? Say, for example, what our explosives look like?
That is not something that a general lore skill could say.
Okay.
That's
that makes
just
sense.
up to the individual, how much they've... obviously, if they're a demonic entity, likelihood there aren't explosions from their amount of existence. If they've just wandered the woods quite a bit, unlikely. However, if they have been on Earth for a couple years and come across other adventurers, there's a good chance they know what it is. It just depends on the individual.
Another
Yeah.
question, one more, and I don't know if this would take a roll or whatnot. With these explodey things, fusion block. I know fusion block.
Okay, thank you. I was going to say, I just freaking told you. I just told you.
Can other things set them off? For example, if an explosion
No.
were to happen around them, they would be.
No, they're made. They themselves are made of mega damaged materials, and much like C4, it requires a very specific electric charge for it to detonate.
Got it.
So it cannot also be accidentally be set off by something else.
Got it.
For safety's sake, it's high grade military hardware is what you got there.
Makes sense. I was thinking, and this is possible, maybe not, guys. What if we, once we get there, we decide to say, call it out, offer it tribute. Oh, great horned being, we offer you tribute, and throw him a backpack, maybe something that's kind of hard to get into, that takes him about 30 seconds or so, and then it all blows up in his face.
Ooh!
Yeah, it
I
could work.
like explosions.
And if I were above, which I kind of want to be, and I were to have those plasma grenades, as a backup,
Yes, I am all for
that'd
it.
be cool.
Even better, perhaps, we throw him the tribute, wait till he starts concentrating on it. If it looks like things might be a problem, throw a grenade at him to distract him so that he's not thinking about said fusion blocks.
Mm-hmm.
I think this might work well.
Question
mark?
Question mark?
There's only one problem that I have with that.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how close he's going to be staying to his stash.
Yeah, probably if we call him out of the cave, he'll be more than 10 feet away from it.
Oh, if we're calling him out of the cave, then yeah, that's...
Yeah, we're calling him out of the cave.
The thing is, it would be a very strategically bad idea to engage such a powerful foe in close quarters. We want range. Range is our friend.
Oh, yes.
points to my helmet. This is what close quarters does.
Yeah.
Looks at your helmet, notices there's a bug face on it.
Not this, and I like start
Okay.
pointing around, but this. You know what I mean.
It looks cool. Can I get one?
You made this.
Anywho, do you guys want to go? Do you want to speak any more on this, or shall we continue with the situation?
Yeah. Remember when I told you to throw that thing at him? Don't do that anymore.
What?
I'm talking to Mila.
What?
Oh, okay.
Remember that egg I told you to throw at him? Don't do that.
You mean the smoke grenade?
No.
Yeah.
The egg.
You mean the oh, hang on, what else do I have in here?
Fragmentation grenade.
The fragmentation grenade.
So you're
robot
like reading
medical
off
kit?
a piece of paper. Fragmental grenade.
Yes. Don't throw those.
Don't
unless
throw those.
needed.
Yeah.
I really
no.
gotta make little notes on these things or something.
Starts like edging it.
Okay, I think we can continue.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So, soon after you break camp, you travel for about another hour or so, and the sky becomes to turn overcast. And when you drive for the other hour, it starts to rain. By the time you get out of your vehicles and start to approach the cave on foot, it's quite the downpour, actually. It's a warm summer rain, but it's coming down in fat drops, and it is muffling a lot of the sound, obviously, as a thunderstorm would do.
Mhm.
Thunder rumbles in the background. You see a few strikes of lightning, but it's quite far away. The cave before you, just give me a second, actually, because then I realized something, that maybe you shouldn't actually see the inside of the cave until you get inside of the cave. So give me a moment while I hide things. Let's see here. Hide areas. Turn on fog of war, please. Oh, okay. Reveal areas, then. You're going to be like that.
Mhm.
Okay. So now I'm going to drag you. Oh, wait. I guess I can reveal the non-map area, too. There we go. That'll do. Hopefully this will work. Oh, God. Off we go. Come join me. Come join me.
Join me.
So, you see the mouth of the cave there. The mouth of the cave is probably only about 15 feet wide. Yeah, only about 15 feet wide or so. And sure enough, it's right in the side of a cliff face. The cliff itself is about 50 feet high. And if you approached it on the west side, you should be able to climb it if you choose to do so. There's a few low shrubberies by the mouth of the cave. But most importantly, you scattered throughout the entire area, even along the cave walls, definitely, especially near the entrance to the cave, but also on a lot of the nearby trees, and sometimes just sticking straight out of the ground, are what looks like large bone fragments, and upon these bone fragments are the rotting carcasses of humanoids. These, if you take any closer inspection, you can see that they've been long dead. Many of them are still wearing their body armor, but these bones have been pierced right through them, and they are just scattering the entire landscape. If you do a quick head count, there's close to 40 of them. It is a complete and utter disturbing scene. We can start this encounter at right around 500 feet from the cave, actually. You don't have to start right at that cave mouth at all. We can use And if I have to, I'll move the play area to somewhere else, but where we have more room to move your icons around. But we can most certainly start. We'll start at 500 feet. How would you like to approach?
I want to take a close examination with, zoom in on the cave entrance. Does it look like the cave entrance itself? Someone could get above it. If they were above it, they'd be protected from, say, explosions below it. That kind of thing. What's it look like?
Okay, so once you climb the west side, you can get over top the cave. However, the lip of the cave, the top of the cave is right around here or so. Can you see my... I guess you can't really see my little measuring tool, can you? Right around... Oh, here, let me just get a line tool then. Give me a second here. Freehand. So right around there. You see that black line that I drew?
No.
Just so you know, all we see is a little bit of bushes and cave entrance, and that's it. Oh, there we go.
Yeah, we go.
Yeah, there's
that's
my
me.
line.
That's me.
Oh,
No. This black line, though, I'm drawing.
there's no black line.
Inferno, I'm sorry, I don't see any.
Wait.
I mean, you're doing a good
Oh,
job.
I'm on the GM. That's why. I'm in the GM.
Oh.
I'm on the GM overlay, so only I can see these things. Jesus, give me a second while I clear my drawing, because now this is just going to mess me up.
I'm like, why is there just random scribbles here?
Clear drawings, yes. Okay. Oh, no! Just a second. Oh, fuck. Oh, so I also totally cleared something else that I spent a while making. That's fine. No, stop talking like any other people can hear you, Inferno. Okay.
Here's a
That
question.
line.
While he's doing this,
That
okay.
line.
That line, uh-huh.
Okay.
Okay.
So that line there, that is where I guess you could say like the lip of the cave. The cave entrance itself is probably around 20 feet tall. So above that 20 feet is where the cliff face continues, like creates an overhang.
Mm-hmm.
And it's at that location where someone could stand, and if they would throw something, it would be around this area here, or so.
Got it.
And they would be completely clear. None of your grenades has more than a 20-foot blast radius, so you should be fine.
And worst comes to worst, Burn, if you were the one up there, even if, say, one of the big explodies, I know, the fusion blocks, were to catch you, you would take limited damage from it, correct?
What's the
Not a
damage
fusion
type?
block.
Yeah, fusion is completely different from plasma.
Oh, okay. So make sure to be 10 feet away or more. But you're 20 feet high, so you should be fine. If that happened, if we did that. Okay.
If we did that, yeah.
So here's my suggestion, and I'm completely open to any ideas. My idea is to take one of our backpacks or something. Let's see. Do I have a backpack? I'm looking at my equipment. I don't think it actually says I have a backpack. Something. We need some sort of bag, container, or something. The harder to get into, the better, because we don't want them to just immediately open up and go, "Oh my God, that's not Tribune." But here's
That's not Tribune at all.
Here's my thought. Burn, you get up there behind the cave mouth with grenades.
Okay.
Mila, Patrick, I'm not quite sure where the best place for you guys to be is. Either perhaps above the cave. Here's a question. Here's another question, Inferno. The cave entrance. Where, let's say, a guy walks out of the cave and he's, walking out of the cave this way. Is it easy for him to get up to here? Or do you have to go around and, for example,
No, well, if you're an amazing climber, you can still. I mean, it's still a rock face, a cliff face, right?
Right.
So if they're a really good climber, they can do it. If they can fly, you have no problem. But if you're just assuming regular humanoid, you'd have to scramble up that cliff face, and it would be tricky. You individuals would have a hard time climbing the cliff face.
Patrick, does this thing have the ability to fly?
Fly, no.
It
Jump
can cast
really
magic.
high?
You do know it can cast magic, though, and there are magic spells that can allow it to fly. Whether it knows that spell,
Right.
no one knows.
Well, the simple truth is, we're taking risks no matter what we do, and I think that anyone that's above that cave will be safer than anyone down in front of it.
I'll do it.
Okay, I would suggest.
Hey.
Okay.
What?
No, I was going to suggest that more people get up there with Burn, because that's probably going to be the safest place to be once this encounter starts.
Well, I'll climb it, and Tom can just hang on to my back, and yeah, I'll just climb for both of us. I can do it.
Yeah.
I'm pretty good.
Yeah? You don't have to climb the cliff face, you can just go around to the side.
Oh, well, fine.
I'm going
Help out anyway.
I'm probably going to be the one that stands out there and draws it out and throws the backpack to it. Patrick, I'm not quite sure what you'd be most comfortable doing, but probably set up somewhere to fire at it or shoot or something.
This might sound a bit crazy,
Mm.
but I don't have a backpack. But what I do have is a bedroll and a tent. So what we could do is make the bedroll kind of like the bag, with the tent inside, making it look like it's bigger. You know what I mean?
We could do that. Actually, you know what we could do? That would be, we could take the bedroll, we could set the charger for a certain amount of time, put it in the bedroll, roll it up tight, and tie it like it's a bedroll that's tied up. That's not something you can get into very quickly, even if you were to, say, like, try and rip at it. That's not something that you would get into very fast.
How are we going to start it?
No, we just start it with like 2 or 3 minutes to go, then roll it up real fast and go. I don't know. That's a bit too tricky. Let's try let's try your
that
idea.
is-
I have a backpack. We can put the.
I have a backpack.
We can just put the roll.
I have a knapsack and
These
backpack.
fancy people with their backpacks.
I know, right?
You have choices.
Someone came prepared. Anyway,
No, everyone underestimated Mila.
poor Mila. It'd be like, yeah, the eggs, and she's just like, yeah, the smoke grenade. She's like, I'm not a fucking idiot. Anyway,
All right.
sorry, that was entertaining.
Yes, but so that part of the plan is easy enough. We throw this to him as his tribute. Inferno, here's a question. Hang on. Do you think my character, let me see, what's his intelligence? IQ is 12, right? Would he be smart enough to hold a conversation and mentally count down in his head?
Yes.
Okay.
It's up to you, honestly. I mean, that's above. Yeah. You know what? And if things get too involved or you get distracted, I'll make you do an intelligence check to see if you can't keep track of how long.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like,
Right.
You know what I mean? So.
And
that's what
at
we'll
the
do.
very least, I mean, if I lose exact track, I should still, no matter what, keep a general. It's probably going to blow up soon.
Yeah.
Okay. Then, so here's what I'm going to do. I'll set the bombs, put him in the backpack. We'll call him out. I'll keep a mental track of the timer. Try and delay him as long as I can, so that when there's as little time possible, I throw the backpack to him, so that he has as little time as possible to wonder what it is and what it might or might not be. Hopefully it blows up in his face. If it doesn't, if I throw it too soon and he realizes what it is, Burn throws a grenade to distract him. Whoever, in any way, shape, or form, distract him, but distract him in the sense that it takes his mind off the explosives. Hopefully the explosives take him out. If the explosives don't take him out, then we have at least 2 people behind him, at least me in front of him. Patrick, wherever you think would be best to set up, we can hit him from all sides.
You know what? I'm gonna be with you, Al. Because if you really want a distraction, I'm your man. And I think the best viewpoint for him is to be face to face with him. I got this thing, which is the ultimate. I should stop thinking about everything else other than my eyes burning with a bright light.
Oh, that, yeah. Yeah, that.
I love the idea, but there's no reason for you to be standing out there in the open with me. That's going to be the most dangerous spot. You can do everything you need to do behind cover.
I can do it.